Hello everybody, my name is Rhiannon and I am a nail enthusiast. I do my own nails and my friends and family nails, and I have been doing that for a couple of years now. I am currently in cosmetology school. I aspire to be a professional nail technician someday, and so I thought I would start posting videos on here to monitor my progress and share my content and see if I can be of any help to anyone else out there who is interested in doing nails. Right now, I am taking off the top layer of my nails. I want to get off that top coat and the nail polish or nail art that's currently on my extensions. I'm using a 5-in-1 coarse drill bit, and I'm using a e-file that I got off of Amazon that's inexpensive, and it doesn't tell me how many RPMs I'm using, so I just put it at a speed that's fast enough that it's not going to catch and it'll just glide across my fingernail easily. And I'm of course being very careful not to touch my natural nail with this drill bit. I do want to take a minute and apologize for the really bad quality. The camera's kind of shaking. The lighting isn't so great. This is my very first video I've ever posted. So hopefully, if you stick around and watch my progress, the quality of my videos will improve as well. So sorry about that. Actually, come to think of it, I did post 2 videos prior to this one, I think 5 years ago. And I just spoke about my experience. I had Kienbock's disease, which meant that I didn't have blood or oxygen going to my lunar bone, and they had to take out 3 of my wrist bones. I never did follow up with those videos and tell whoever was interested what happened afterwards. So it actually turned out just fine. I ended up getting like 90% mobility back in my wrist, which apparently isn't very common. So I was really lucky. But I'm totally fine now. So if you go back and see those videos, then that's what that's about. So I'll just be quiet now and let you watch me finish filing my nails. I did not edit any of the content out of this video except for the time that my hand was in the LED light and the few times where I got really off camera. So I'm sorry if this video is too long. If you guys are interested in watching shorter videos or anything like that, just let me know and I'll try to condense them or make them appealing to everyone. So just let me know in the comments. So now I'm just cleaning off my fingernails with some rubbing alcohol using my clean manicure brush. And I'm getting out my mandrel bit. This is 150 grit, and this is what I'm going to use to prep my natural nail and clean up my cuticles. But first I am going to push my cuticles back with a cuticle pusher. I'm not being very rough. I'm just kind of a quick procedure just to kind of inspect my cuticles and push them back so that I have more of a nail plate to work on. Now I'm just putting my e-file on a much lower speed, and I'm putting it on a file to season the mandrel bit. That just makes it soft enough where I'm not going to cut myself as I go around nice and close to the cuticle. So I just go in small circle motions around the cuticle and the sidewalls. If there's any remaining paint on my nails from earlier, then I'll go ahead and make sure and get that off. And then I'll just softly go over the entire surface of the nail to make sure that it has plenty of texture for my product to stick to. Now I'm just going to wipe the dust off of my fingers and hand. I did pause for a second while I cleaned the dust off of my desk. Now I'm taking some rubbing alcohol on my manicure brush and cleaning my fingernails. I am primarily swiping down away from my cuticle to make sure and get all of that nail dust out from the sidewalls. And then next I'm going to use Young Nails Protein Bond. after the rubbing alcohol has dried all the way. And I'm going to do 2 coats of that from cuticle to free edge on all 5 of my nails. Now that I got the protein bond on, I'm getting my light set up here. And now I'm going to use base gel from Young Nails, their Synergy base gel. And I'm just going to get a small amount and put a nice thin layer on all of my nails. And then I will cure them in the light for 30 seconds. Now I'm using Ibd Builder Gel Natural 2. And this stuff is really, really thick. And that's even after I tried to warm it up. So it's really hard to get out. It's really hard to set on the nail, and it doesn't self-level very fast at all. It's just really tricky to work with. But I really like the color, so I go ahead and endure it anyway. I have used Ibd Clear Builder Gel, and it has a beautiful consistency. It's really, really easy to use. So if you aren't super worried about having that concealing color over your natural nail, if you're just going to paint over it anyway, I would definitely advise you to invest in the builder gel, the clear builder gel, because it's much easier to use. And on Amazon, I think it's only like $17. So it's a pretty reasonable price. And obviously, if you have Prime, then you don't have to worry about the fee. I can't think. The the fee that you have to pay for them to ship it to you. Wow, I'm drawing a complete blank, but that's okay. So what I do is I get a big scoop of it on my brush and I set it down at the cuticle and I try to kind of get it off my brush into a little ball, and that way I can use my brush to pillow it up as close to the cuticle as I can get without it actually touching the cuticle. And then I very lightly and gently start to pull it down. Right there, my light came on and kind of panicked because I didn't want it to harden the gel that I had sitting out there or my brush. So I turned that off, and now you see I'm just lightly brushing it down to the free edge. Now I'm just checking the fingernails from the side view to see where I need to add more. I want to make sure that I have a good structure and that my apex is there. And I would rather have too much product than not enough, because I can always file off any bumps or lumps or anything like that. So that's what I'm doing now. Once I have these first two nails ready, then I'm going to put them in the light and cure them for 30 seconds. With the clear builder gel, I would probably just do one at a time because it moves so much faster. But with this gel, I can get away with doing a couple at a time. And then I will just continue doing that same process on my ring finger and my pinky. And then I'll do that on my thumb. After I get them all done, I will do a final cure of 60 seconds. And the application is a little bit more messy than I normally do, but it was really challenging for me to keep my hands in the camera's view. So please don't judge me too harshly. So now I'm just checking to make sure that I have enough product on all of my nails from the side view. I am happy with that, so I'm going to clean off my brush with a lint-free wipe and just get it back into a nice shape so I can put it away. And now I'm going to spray a lint-free wipe with some rubbing alcohol and use that to wipe that sticky layer off of my nails. So now I'm just moving my light out of the way so I have more room to do my filing. I'm getting my e-file. I'm putting back in the 5-in-1 coarse bit, and I'm going to put it back at that original speed of fast enough where I can glide it over easily and it's not going to catch. Now first I'm going to look at my nails from sort of from the side view, and I'm going to take that drill bit across the middle so I can kind of establish the arch first, and then I'll take it and go around the perimeter nice and slow so I don't hurt myself and get nice and close to the cuticle without actually touching it. I'm going to blend in the side walls into that arch so it's all just kind of seamless. And then I will do that. I will look at the nail from a whole bunch of different angles to make sure that I like how it's generally looking. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect because I am going to go back in with my hand file and refine and make everything look really nice. So this is just kind of a rough filing to get everything in the general shape. Usually I just go straight for the e-file before I do the hand filing because it seems like an extra step since I am going to have to file with the regular file anyways. So I'll just go ahead and start with the e-file. So while I'm filing, because this will take a little while, I figured I would talk a little bit about my experience in cosmetology school so far. I originally thought about going just for nails, and then I thought, well, I might as well go ahead and get the full cosmetology program. That way, I'll be licensed to do waxing and things like that, other services that are generally offered at the nail salon. So, cosmetology program is 1,500 hours, and I'm going part-time so I can work during the day. So I do 20 hours a week, and I'm about 7 months into my program. I graduate the middle of November 2022. So far I really like doing all the services. I like doing hair. I honestly don't get to practice nails very much at all. Most cosmetologists that are at my school aren't really interested in nails, and we have a separate department for nails. So I don't get very many nail services. If anyone ever has any questions about cosmetology school, please feel free to ask and I'd be happy to answer them for you. And maybe in future videos, I will include some of the things that I'm learning in cosmetology school. I do post some of the services that I provide on my Instagram page, and I'll have that linked down in the description if you want to go check it out. I mostly just post my color services, and then if I do any different haircuts other than just a simple blunt cut or something like that, then I'll post those as well. Mostly my pictures are of nails because that's what I'm passionate about. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me and I will certainly get back to you and answer those. Now I'm switching back to my mandrel bit, which is a step that I usually don't do, but because of the angle and not being used to it, I decided to go back and kind of smooth it out a little bit more to save myself some work with the hand file. Now I'm just wiping off the dust so I can see what I'm doing a little bit better. I am using a hand file from Manicure, and it is 100/100. So it's pretty coarse and it's perfect for me for extensions. Hard gel tends to file very easily, so it doesn't take me much time at all. I'm starting off on my side walls, and sorry I'm out of frame quite a bit right here. And I just fix the shape, and then I'm going over the top to smooth everything out and blend everything in. A trick that I learned that's really helpful when it comes to filing is whenever you are taking the file across your nail, over the top, you'll be able to see the marks in your nail where the file is touching. And in those marks, if you see a smooth spot, then that spot is a divot, and you're not getting that with the file. So that's a good way to tell if your nail is nice and smooth or not. If whenever you run your file all the way across it, if you're not seeing any of those shiny spots. So now I am done with hand filing, and I'm just taking that rubbing alcohol and that manicure brush again to really clean the nails and get all of that nail dust off of my fingernails before I start to put the polish on. I pushed pause on the camera while I cleaned my desk off to make sure there was no dust that was going to get all over me or all in my nails. Now I'm taking the Young Nails Protein Bond again, and I'm just putting that down cuticle to free edge, a nice thin layer on all 5 of my fingers. I'm being careful not to flood the cuticle because that can cause lifting. And I only do 1 coat this time while using it, and that's just to kind of put down a nice sticky base so that it ensures that my nail polish or gel polish is not going to lift. So now I'm going to take Manicure from Young Nails, and I believe it's called Rose Quartz. And I'm going to put a layer on my thumb, on my middle finger, and my ring finger. And then I'll go back through and use white for my index and my pinky because I'm going to do some nail art on those nails. Also, guys, I just want to say that I know I'm kind of robotic doing this video. It's a little bit uncomfortable, as I'm sure you can imagine, or if you've done it before, I'm sure you know. It's kind of strange talking into a microphone. So I'm sure that I will get used to it and start showing my personality more the more videos that I do. So hopefully you all stick around to it, get to know me a little better. Now I'm going to cure the first layer for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to put another layer on all 5 fingernails. And normally whenever I am painting my nails, I don't mess up as much as I am on this video, but again, the angles are awkward, and so hopefully I'll figure that out and get better at doing this in front of the camera. So now I'm going to go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to put another coat of the white on those 2 fingers because it still wasn't quite as opaque as I would like for it to be. And this particular white came from a package that I got on Amazon that had several different colors on it, so I don't remember where it came from exactly. I do go ahead and cure those again for another 30 seconds. Now I'm just getting out my palette here and I'm putting a couple of drops of the Young Nails Rose Quartz color on there. I'm using a detail brush and I'm just going to draw a bunch of little hearts on the nails that are white. And all I do is I put 2 dots next to each other and then I bring them together in a V shape. And I'll just do that on both of these nails until they're filled up. Now I'm going to cure that in the light for 30 seconds. Now I'm getting out Young Nails Manicure top coat, and I'm just going to put a nice even layer over all 5 fingernails, and then I will cure those in the light for an entire minute. Also, I did want to say that the Ibd Builder Gel and the Young Nails products work amazingly together, and they work wonderfully separate. I have absolutely no complaints. The set that I had on whenever I started this video, I had worn for just about a month. So I just wanted to let you know. Now I'm just going to get a lint-free wipe and use some rubbing alcohol and wipe off that sticky layer on all 5 nails. And then afterwards I'll use Young Nails cuticle oil, put those on all 5 nails and rub them in, and then I'm done. Thanks again, guys, for watching. If you have any questions, I hope you guys stick around and we can grow together and learn together. I'm excited to share my experience with you and to watch my progression myself. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.